Let's look at how we can control things like our scale and rotation with a triplanar projection. But also, this kind of applies to more than just a triplanar projection. It can apply to just making normal textures or noises inside Material X as well. So all I've got here is just a simple pig head, nothing else on there. And then I've got a cop net here with some different textures. So just some stuff that's going to exemplify the X, Y, and Z axis. So green, red, and yellow for those axis. And then I've just multiplied them by a fractal noise just to give us some sort of a texture so that we can see things like scaling. So I'm going to just select this one and I'm just going to copy that because we will need that here in a moment. Let's drop down a material library. And I can go ahead and dive inside. I'm going to do a Karma material builder. Place that down. Let's dive inside. And then let's drop down that triplanar projection. And we can wire this into our base color here. So in here, I'm just going to put our files in here. So we'll do op:, and then we can paste that path that we just copied. And then I'm just going to copy and paste these into the Z and the X as well, just replacing that last little view there with our X, Y, and Z. So let's go ahead and autofill those materials. I can click this Assign to Geometry, and then I can just select our soft create and just drag that in here. I'm also going to dive inside and just turn up that roughness just because I like it to be a little bit more rough. I don't like the specular. So when we turn on our render, you can see Karma CPU. Let's go ahead and dive back in here. And the first thing that we're going to take a look at is this blend here. So this is going to be why this kind of has this really kind of smoothed out look to the colors and the like purples and stuff you see here. So if we just drop that down, we start to get our kind of harsh edges back here. So you can see kind of the projection axis that are going to be taking place and how this is going to affect our mesh here. So with this, we don't have any actual scale controls on this triplanar projection, and we can just drop down a Material X position for our position in here. You'd want to drop down your normal as well. Just wire those in. And then this position is where we're going to be doing all of the work if we want to control things like scale or rotation or anything like that, or like the offset. And this goes for any of the noises as well. So like the Material X noises, if I just look at one of them, like noise 3D, we only have a position input for those. We don't have anything that is like a scale or anything like that. So how do we actually do that is we're going to take our position and we're going to edit our actual position. So you can either do a multiply or a divide. I like to do a divide just because when I think of scale, as I start to raise this, I would expect my texture to get larger. If you do a multiply, you're going to have to lower it down. But as I start to raise this up, you can see that our texture is going to increase in size there. So that's how we can control the size. We can also control the offset by doing an add. So if I just wire this in here, I can offset this. Now, this doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense in this scenario. You may not necessarily need to offset it with your triplanar projection. Maybe you want to for whatever reason, but you can just with this. And you can see as I start to drag this through here, it's going to slowly kind of move across our surface there. And like I said, this works for noises as well. The last one is going to be a rotate that I want to look at. I'm going to jump back and just look at a grid. It's a little bit easier to see what's going on just a simple grid here. So we'll go ahead and activate that. And then I want to put this before our add, and I'll show you why here in a moment. Let's do a Material X rotate 3D. We can wire this in. And then we have this amount. We also have an axis here. We'll leave this on Y so that we rotate around the Y axis. And I can start to drag this and you can see that we're going to rotate around. So that's pretty simple. You know, you wouldn't necessarily think anything different of that. Now, I want to point out that we have this add after the rotate because let me show you what happens if I actually have that before the rotate. Let's go ahead and just reset both of those. I'm going to just shake this one out and place it before the rotate. And let's just offset this a little bit. Maybe not a whole bunch. Maybe we'll just do like 1 or 2. Let's go ahead and increase our size here. Reset that back. Let's go up by like 1 or 2. Doesn't seem to restart this. And as I start to move this, there we go. We get some movement there. So now if I take this rotate 3D, as I start to adjust this, you can see that we're no longer rotating from the center. We're rotating from a position that's kind of off in this kind of direction, which may be what you want, maybe not. But as long as we keep that add before, or sorry, not before, the rotate before the add, we're going to have that rotation taking place from the center of our geometry there. So if we jump back to our pig head, can look in here. Let's go ahead and drop this back down. Maybe increase it a little bit just so it's a little bit bigger. You can see what this looks like on our pig head here. So you can rotate this around. You see it's going to kind of rotate around the center there. And the same thing would go for the other colors here. Kind of hard to see, I guess, with that scale increased. But if I wanted to, let's say, rotate on a different axis, we can do that as well. You can see we get some rotation there. Now it is going to affect your other axes, so just be aware of that. If I just bypass this, you can see that we don't have that kind of stretching that's going on, so just be aware that you can get some stretching with this rotation as it starts to rotate, because this is going to rotate all of your axis there. So just be aware of what that's kind of doing to your textures. But you can rotate them around if you wanted to. Like I said, this does work for the noises as well. So let me just drop down like a 3D noise here, and we can wire this into our base color here. So now if I take this and I wire this into our position here, let's go ahead and lower this. So you see that divide's working, so we're going to lower that because we're going to decrease the scale, and then we can offset this as well. This is how you affect all of those, and you see this is kind of walking through. You can do on one axis and kind of shift this over. But that is how you're going to go about editing or changing like the position, rotation, scale, and all that for both your triplanar projections as well as your noise. I wanted to just point that out because I had to mess around with the triplanar projection, and it was something that I thought that new people that aren't familiar with like Material X and the way that it works may run into some confusion for how you can actually go about scaling this with the triplanar projection, since this isn't actually built directly into the node itself. Anyways, hopefully this has helped you out. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.